I'm going to show you how I trim spurs. Iceman here has got some gnarly sharp spurs. I'm going to tuck him in and put him in a bit of a football hold so that I've got his spurs here. I am not going to remove the spurs. All I'm going to do is I'm going to trim them down a little bit. And because he's an older bird, his are going to be a little tougher. I use cat claw clippers, and what I do is I start up here at the point and I just trim that right off. So then what you can do is little by little, you can come down here and just trim little bits at a time. You can come around and kind of use those clippers to round out that spur. But I just remove a little bit at a time. You could use a Dremel for this. And you will know when it's time to stop when you see a tiny, small pink dot. So you don't want to take too much off at a time. And as you get closer to that pink dot, the material of the spur starts to get a little softer. What you don't want to do is you don't want to grab this and try to go in circles like this, because that's when you end up removing the spur. So right there in the dead center will be a light pink spot. We are not there yet. And I don't necessarily want to get there. That just tells me when I've gone far enough. That light pink spot is where the inner bone of the spur is, and you have hit the blood supply. So right here, I'm going to stop, and I'm just going to use these little clippers to kind of shave around and just kind of round it off a little bit. You can also use an emery board or a file. Okay, so then we have, you're okay. We have this one here. I'm going to get his wing out of the way. And we're going to do the same thing here. There's that tip right there. Pop that right off. And then I can just take little bits and clip down. Until I get an acceptable length. So the reason that I trim these down is so that he doesn't hurt his lady, and also so he can actually make babies, because if those spurs get too long, they can't squat down. Alright, so I've gotten that as far down as I want, and so now I'm just going to use this to round it out, and there we go. We've got shorter spurs, and they're rounded off so they won't hurt his lady.